wanted to have sex with me, and I said, no, sex is very special for me. No. Oh my God, tell him I wanted to have sex with me? What?
Now, the story here is very simple. This young lady went to a rock concert and she hit on the rock star Ramstein. And he rejected her. And women don't take rejection from men. Okay? And that's why she did what? She's making up a false allegation against the man. You know, when women offer sex, they're demanding it. No means no is not for us guys. And what ticks me off the most is this woman is probably living a very easy life as a young woman. And what's she going to do with her free time? She's going to get on with her life and enjoy it? No. She's going to attack a man who dared reject her. And if you look, there was other girls there. This Ramstein guy, he had options. And this young lady was at the bottom of the pile. That's what went on here. So, but this video is about something that Colonel Kurtz says right here. This is the most important thing you can hear, guys, about Balzac. Out of all her videos, this is the most important thing she's ever said.
Someone was like, oh, he's a sex addict, you know. Well, sex addict doesn't mean rapist. You know, just all these terms now. And it's like male sexual drive is being slowly pathologized. And you guys, look, you guys, I'm trying to fight the battle for you. And I know it's tough to be in a position where you feel like, you know, I'm not talking about Rammstein right now. I'm talking about just in general. I know that men feel like they're in this position, you know, where they can't necessarily speak out or whatever, but you're going to have to start speaking out too. You're going to have to also, you know, it is important for we women to say no, but it's also important for men to say, you know what, we're not going to put up with this anymore either. Okay. Just because we're men doesn't mean that we don't get a say in gender relations.
Thank you, Colonel Kurtz. That's the most important thing she's ever said in one of her videos. And this is the gist of this video. It's like, guys better step up if they want to protect their rights, right? And Colonel Kurtz has been doing this enough that she's actually noticed this, like, guys, just sit there and take it, right? Now, Colonel, you are unaware of male psychology. As my man, Eric Schiedler, has said over and over again, men want to lose. Men actually aren't against slavery. They're just against slavery to other men. They want that female master. So the two things she's unaware of men is what men are concerned. They want to come to a channel like Colonel Kurtz to make them feel better. Like, she's saying something I want to hear, and then they don't do anything. And the other thing is, what they really want to do is learn to get status to get the girl. They don't care about their rights, right? So that's the two things men. They want to go to channels like yours, Colonel, to say someone else is fighting my battles for me, and I then go to like dating coaches to try and get the girl. That's the sad part. And any guy listening, it's time for you to dump those instincts and protect your rights, okay? Now, Kurtz here is the least dishonest female YouTuber out here. She's way ahead of grifters like Pearly Things, just Pearly Things. I forgot the other ones. There's another popular one. I can't remember her name now. They're grifters. But Kurtz, I wouldn't describe her as honest. She's the least dishonest. Because I'm going to show you how in her description, you will see that there are levels of dishonesty with Kurtz. She has to be. Okay? No. Now, we'll listen to more of Kurtz and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Noxious, but totally fine. What are people who are so freaked out about sex doing going to a Rammstein concert?
Now, these women are not freaked out about sex. I've heard this before. They call them Puritans. They aren't. They're male hostile. And Kurtz knows this. Kurtz knows this. Know how I can prove it? Because in one of her live streams, there I am saying they are not puritanical. They are male hostile. She even brought me up and talked about it, right? So she knows what's going on. This is what I'm talking about, levels of dishonesty.
Sex is special to me, I bet. I have really had enough of this. And and it's getting to the point now when these stories come up, I think, oh, here we go again. And it just occurred to me, the other day, we don't have to, those of us who are sane and those of us who understand this stuff and get this shit and see what's going on.
Now, you see the false framing. Those of us who are sane, in other words, these women who are criminals, this young woman that I showed earlier, she's a criminal. She's saying, well, she's just insane. It's the same old, same old. When men are criminals, they're bad guys. When women are criminals, they have to be insane because there's no such thing as a bad woman. She doesn't realize that that is the narrative she's pushing. That's how she's framing it.
Like, I really think there are enough of us that we could stop it if we wanted to. I'm talking about just across the board, telling these people and their ilk and the people who promote this kind of mentality and are basically trying to deconstruct realities that have been in existence between the genders for a long time.
In order for that, first of all, she would have to admit that women are hostile to men. She'd have to be that level of honesty. And she's not there. Okay?
Basic realities of just understanding like common sense stuff, like you go hang out with a rock star, he might hit on you.
See, now this is dishonest because she knows this rock star didn't hit on this woman. She hit on him. So again, Kurtz is showing her hand here.
Or you go to a party, an after party for a band, there might actually be attractive women there under 40. Oh my God. Oh my God. Grow up. And women.
Now, see what I'm talking about too? She's downplaying it. She's saying grow up. Someone breaks into your house or mugs you, you don't say grow up. You say this person is a criminal or even a bad person. They need to be put behind bars or suffer some kind of consequences. This woman who's accusing this innocent man, she isn't immature. She's vicious.
Women, some of you, if you really are this fragile, you can't handle yourself, you need to get better about handling yourself.
Now, do you see how she's framing this? These women are not fragile. Like I said, she knows these women are hostile. They're hostile. She knows it. So what she's really saying here is that I'm for the status quo for men. I just want you to beat your slaves less often or less brutally. That's what she's saying. Colonel Kurtz is for the status quo.
Absolutely. If you're this fragile, where someone expressing sexual interest in you just brings you to pieces, well, you need to grow up and get tough, Why isn't feminism about teaching women to be tough anymore? Why is it just all about this constant yeah,
see what I mean? This woman's a feminist. Mr. Pink and Yellow said that to me once. He said, hey, Colonel Kurtz is a feminist. She supports feminist ideology. I bet she believes in patriarchy theory. I bet she believes that women were oppressed in the past, right? So she's a feminist. She will always be against men's interest. And this is why, guys, it's a waste of time looking for some mommy to protect you. Look, if you need a woman to speak for you, then you're automatically a second-class citizen. You have to speak for yourselves. And again, there's only a certain distance any of these women will go. Men have to do it themselves. They have to work together. I made a video showing the Korean men who actually fought against feminists in their country, and they succeeded in pushback. So it can be done. It will be done if men get to it.
Nobody likes it. It's like some small little mob that's just tyrannizing everyone else. And I just realized that we can stop them. It just occurred to me, it is like that scene at the end of...
Okay, well, enough of that. I mean, this is the point of the video. Men better get on the ball, because all of us are just waiting our turn in the end. And even if we were safe, even if you go through your whole life without getting zapped, do you really want to live in a society where you're not even second class just because you're born male, right? Men will stick up for their identity in any other category, race, religion, creed. But when it comes to male identity as being a sex, every guy wants to be a slave. Well, this guy doesn't, right? This guy doesn't want to be a slave. So it's about time we did something about this. And I'm glad Kurt's finally told you guys to get off your asses. Okay, thanks.